Welcome to the Empower Podcast, where wellness meets real life and empowerment becomes your way of being. I'm your host, Sam. What is up, you guys? All right, so by the time this airs, we're in October, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I feel like the summer just completely flew by. Like I have no idea how it's already fall time. I think probably it's because of all the travel I've been doing lately. I feel like we have been all over the place. And if you follow me on socials, you have been with me through it all. Specifically, like the last few weeks have been crazy, just from LTK conference, which was so much fun. And I won an award, which is pretty amazing. Like I honestly do not remember the last time I've ever won an award, but it was really cool just to be with that community. And basically it was a Rising Star Award for like their athletic fitness field, which is really cool because I started posting on LTK, which is basically a platform to share like links and things like that. Obviously from you guys, I get a lot of requests for outfits and like meal prep essentials and just home decor. And when I first started social media and my Instagram, I was like, okay, I need a platform to share some of the things in my home that I wear. And so I got LTK and truly never got on the platform with the intent of being like, oh, I'm going to make commission off all these sales and blah, blah, blah. Like it really was genuinely a place just for me to share to you guys, like what I personally use. But so much success has come from it, which is really cool. And just to kind of win that award, just put things in perspective of, you know, hard work pays off, and being able to share those little moments with you guys and things that I wear and use in my house is really cool. So wrapped up LTK, came back to Nashville. We had the kids that weekend. And then packed our bags and went to San Diego. That was a really fun trip. And it was honestly more focused for Ian, which I really love those moments where I can focus on him and celebrate his wins too, because I'm sure you guys can see like he is such a giving man and focuses so much of his time and attention on me and my career. So when I can just like slow down and like dedicate all the time and focus to him, it's just so special. He is truly so amazing in so many ways, and his success is my success. So I love being able to celebrate that with him. But we went to San Diego. Basically, he was accepting a check on behalf of the Navy SEAL Foundation at the San Diego MLS stadium, soccer stadium. So that was really cool. He got to go on the field and accept that check, but we made like a little 36-hour trip out of it. He also lived in Coronado for, I think, like 10 years. So he took me around to all of the spots that he went to while he was a SEAL there at base, from like restaurants to the actual base itself. And that was really cool. Just him sharing all of those spots and talking about his time as a SEAL. And we walked the beach and had some like really great moments where he just kind of opened up, because obviously at that point of his life I was not in it, and being able to like picture him in action as a SEAL and him taking me through these stories is just, it's truly amazing. I'm just so in awe of him all the time. So it was a really great trip. We came back literally for 24 hours with the kids and then left and came to Austin, which is where I'm at now recording this podcast. I'm actually here for the Pursuit Network launch event, which is the network I am part of. Really have been looking forward to this weekend for a long time now. As you guys know, I came on a few months ago with them, and they are just everything I could have dreamt of for an amazing podcast network to be a part of. So it's going to be a really fun time just celebrating with the entire team, meeting the other talent, and just being able to just like celebrate. And I don't know, it's finally here, and there's just so much opportunity and excitement of just growing in the future with them, and it should be really fun. So that is where we're at now. And then we come home and are home for a while. So when this podcast airs, hopefully I will be staying home for a few weeks and being able to just relax a little bit. I'll be honest, I'm at a point where like the travel has just really taken over. It's been a difficult week, and you guys like know I like to keep it real, but I am such a routine type of person. Usually I can like handle the travel pretty well. Like I pack the supplements I need. I make sure that I'm sticking to my workout schedule and making time for that along with like my work and, day-to-day calls, this week has been so hard. Like it's been so packed that I truly have not even had the time to work out unless it's like 7 p.m. at night. And like after I record this podcast, I get to go run 8 miles, but I'm going to have to like really like look in the mirror and find the motivation because it's going to be really hard. So here's the thing though, like we all have days like that and we all have weeks like that. And I just feel like we have to give ourselves grace. I'm trying to tell myself that like, it's okay. Give yourself grace. Listen to your body. I'm probably going to run it at a slower pace and just meet my body where it's at. And that's okay. I'll have like a few weeks ahead of me of no travel and we'll get back to it. So if anybody else is having a hard week or feel like their schedule is off, just know that I am there with you and we are not perfect. But I thought it would be fun to have a little Q&A. I asked on Instagram for you guys to share some questions that you might have that we can just have a little bit of girl chat. So I'm going to dig into it. Okay, share about your Ironman training. So to be quite honest, I have not completely started yet. We were hoping to do Dubai. Previous years that had always been around like March, but I don't think they're doing it in Dubai next year. So we're trying to figure out another location. We're looking at the Netherlands, which would be in June. But I do know that I'm going to be doing about 6 months of actual training. So yes, I am prepping, doing some training right now. I'm doing 1 swim a week and 1 bike a week. And obviously I'm running because I'm training for the NYC marathon, but I am not like full on like in Ironman training mode. So we need to figure out which one we're actually going to do. I think we're going to try to nail that in over the next like few weeks, sign up for it, stick with it, and then I'll have a better idea of like what my training will be. Between the school drop-offs, juggling clients, trying to squeeze in a workout, traveling, and figuring out what's for dinner again, there are days I just feel like I don't even come up for air. And it's in those chaotic moments, the ones where I feel like I'm running on fumes, that I've seriously considered talking to someone. But then the mental checklist hits. Where do I even start? Who's covered by my insurance? How long is the wait? It honestly felt like another task on an already packed to-do list. And that's why discovering Grow Therapy felt like a lifeline. Instead of digging through the directories and getting overwhelmed, I just logged in, got connected to thousands of licensed independent therapists across the US. I could filter by my needs, insurance, specialties, availability, and even choose how I wanted to meet, because sometimes a virtual session during nap time is just all that I can manage these days. And here's the kicker. You can get matched and start sessions in as little as 2 days, not weeks, not months, 2 days. Whether you're navigating postpartum changes, trying to break generational cycles, managing anxiety, or just need someone to help you process the overwhelm of everything, this makes it doable. No subscriptions, no pressure, just pay per session. And if the first therapist doesn't click, that's okay. Switching is simple, no awkward conversations needed. Honestly, if therapy has been on your heart, but you felt like it was just too much to figure out, this is your sign. It does not have to be complicated, and you are not alone. You deserve support that fits into your life. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/SAMCFIT today to get started. That's growtherapy.com/SAMCFIT. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan. Give yourself the support you deserve, ladies. Check out Grow Therapy and take that first step towards feeling better. You know how we do all the right things. We train, we eat clean, we try to get enough sleep, and yet sometimes we still feel drained, foggy, or like recovery just takes longer than it used to. Well, I've been there too, especially now while I'm training for a marathon. It can be a lot. And that's why I was so curious when I tried MitoPure gummies from Timeline. These aren't just any gummies. They're the first ever longevity gummies powered by MitoPure, the only clinical proven form of urolithin A. Basically, they work at the cellular level to recharge your energy, support muscle strength, and they even help with healthy aging too. Think of it like recharging your body's batteries from the inside out. And here's what I love most. They fit so seamlessly into my routine. I keep the jar on my kitchen counter. It's easy to grab, no pills, no complicated schedule, just a gummy that's vegan, gluten-free, and free of all the junk you don't want. And as an athlete, I've noticed the difference. More steady energy for training, faster recovery, and honestly, just showing up better for my family and my work too. do. It's one of those small daily things that just makes a big difference. So if you want to stay strong and energized now and as you age, you have to try these Mitapure gummies. They taste really good too. My friends at Timeline are offering 20% off just for you guys, my listeners. Head to timeline.com/SAMCFIT to get started. That's timeline.com/SAMCFIT. Your cells will thank you. What do you eat in a day? I want to know the specifics and what supplements. Well, this could be a very long discussion because it's a lot. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a lot, but I am like very structured and routine. So it's pretty much like the same thing every day, which makes it simple. But normally I wake up, first thing I do is take my D-Bloat by ProMix. I like the Florida orange flavor. It's like Sunny D in a cup, truly. So I'll take that and then I'll do my protein coffee. And I don't like to fast for long in the mornings, but I also don't like to eat like first thing in the morning. So I find that protein coffee like gives me some substance without like cramming food in my mouth first thing. So I'll make my protein coffee and then I wait about like 30-ish, 45 minutes and then I'll make breakfast. And usually for breakfast, you guys, I've been doing the same thing. I'll do sourdough toast. I'll put some grass-fed butter, some honey and cinnamon on the toast. And then I make 2 eggs with half a cup of egg whites and some chicken sausage and maybe some fruit if I'm like craving some fruit. I'll have a snack or two in the middle of the day between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Usually it's like a chomp stick or a yogurt or some nuts or another like high protein snack of some sort, whether it's like a protein shake or whatever. And then for lunch and dinner, it's pretty much the same thing. I kind of alternate between different variety of protein, complex carb, and a veggie. So for lunch, I'll do like rice, chicken, broccoli. Maybe we'll like drizzle some type of dressing or marinade on top to give it flavor. I really like Primal Kitchen Foods. They have like the best dressings. And then for dinner, like the same thing, sweet potatoes. It could be ground beef and I might maybe put green beans. I keep it pretty simple. But for me, that just makes like the meal prep easier and kind of knowing that I'm prepping it all helps me stick to it. One thing about me is I always eat dessert. So I'll have like bite of dark chocolate. I've been really liking the True Fruit. Like, I don't know if anybody else is obsessed with that, but it's so good. Like, I swear I can like eat the whole bag if I wanted to. I have to like stop myself because it's that delicious. But the chocolate, dark chocolate blueberry ones, they're amazing. Like I could just pop those in like candy. Quite literally, it's candy, but it's delicious. Gracie Norton, my friend, she had posted a make your own True Fruit. So I need to try that recipe, but I'll do some type of dessert. People ask me that, do you eat dessert every single day? And I do. I just don't eat a lot of it. And it's all about moderation. You can do that. But as far as supplements in the day, I will do creatine and aminos, usually my water while I'm working out. And then at night, I always take magnesium. Like magnesium is like my number one rec when it comes to a supplement. What's your advice on not letting fitness run your life? I think for this, we need to reframe the way we look at fitness. The way I like to look at exercising every day is I'm exercising and I'm using it as a tool to better my health for a more optimal life versus working out to live my life, if that makes sense. I think that it can still be a priority without letting it run our life completely. I think some of us, we have to, and myself included, at times we have to remove that perfectionist mentality some of us might have with it. It's about consistency, listening to our body and trusting our body and working with our body. Faith, are you a Christian? Yes, I am a Christian. I go to a church called Cross Point in Nashville, and it's a non-denominational church. My faith has really grown over the years. I think just through what I've been through in life. I think anybody can kind of say that, life will take different directions and the way you look at things will change. For me, I'm much more spiritual than religious. And I can say that I'm also at a point in life with my faith that I have the strongest relationship I've ever had with God. It just might look a little bit different than religion in a church, but read the Bible. I pray every single day. I lean on him when I need help and have questions. And I feel like right now the world is so heavy. Like there's so much going on. There's so much evil. And so really have been leaning on him right now just to, let that heaviness and let go of and just lean it on him. So yes, I'm a Christian and my faith is very, very important to me. It's also important to my kids and in my relationship with Ian. That's something that will always be. We pray together every single day and really want that to be shown to the kids as well. And so something that we, have them be a part of as well. How is the house hunting going? Well, we put an offer on a house and it got accepted, which I am so excited. I'm trying not to let myself get too excited because we also have a contingency for our own house. So that will need to be sold in order for us to close on the house that our offer is accepted on. But you guys, when we came across this house, I had told you, I saw it online. I walked through it and I was like, this is like my dream home from a house standpoint. I will say, it's not a huge yard. It's in the city, of Franklin, where we're trying to move to. So there's not a ton of acres or anything like that. But with the market, I kind of had to prioritize, do I want the aesthetics of the house that I would want, or do I want a ton of land to live on? So right now, it's more aesthetics focused and it still has a really great yard. Yeah, we're really excited. So we're going to see what happens. Again, I'm not trying to get too excited about it, but I cannot wait to share the details. If we do close and it all works out, it's gorgeous. And of course, because I film content every single day, I'm like, oh my gosh, it would look so good to record recipes in here, or getting changed in the closet, or waking up in the mornings and showing you guys. I just feel I think everything content wise of what would look cool on film. So I really hope it works out, and hopefully we can make some amazing memories as a family in there. So we shall see. When are you getting engaged? We're ready. Well, you and me both. So where's Ian? We need to bring him on and ask him. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, you guys, I am the type of person that I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I am such a go-getter. And it's when I have a plan, when I know I want it, I want it. And so obviously when Ian and I talked about getting married and engagement and taking that next step, he could have asked me that day and I would have been yes, absolutely. But I also have to know that's okay. Things take time and I am at peace with that. And one thing about Ian and I that we just are so on the same page with is that every step that we've taken in the relationship, we've taken when both of us are on the same page and feel right about it. We know when that's going to be. And so at this point, it's we both know we want to get married and take that next step. So he knows how I feel. I think it's coming soon. I also know when it happens, it's going to be the right time and it's going to be really exciting. So who knows? I don't know, but I'll let you guys know when I know. But here's what I will say. If you've listened to previous podcast episodes, you know he has the ring. So hopefully soon. However, I was talking to somebody that said that their husband had a ring for an entire year before they proposed. So I don't know. It could be here, but I think it'll be sooner than that. So we'll see. Between marathon training, running a business, and the chaos of mom life, I did not even realize how much I was clenching my teeth at night. I'd wake up with this jaw tension, sometimes even a dull headache, and just chalked it up to stress. But it turns out I'm not alone. About 30% of adults grind or clench their teeth while they sleep. And that's why I finally tried Remy custom night guards. And honestly, I wish I had done this sooner. So they're clinically tested to help protect your teeth from grinding. They reduce jaw tension and even help you sleep better. And here's the best part. You get the same professional quality you'd get from the dentist, but at 80% less cost and without the waiting rooms or the crazy bills. The process is also so simple. Remy ships you an impression kit right to your door. You follow their step-by-step guide, send it back, and then they craft your perfect custom fit night guard. A few days later, it shows up at your doorstep and boom, your teeth are protected. And I love that I can even use my HSA, FSA credits towards it as well. So if you've been thinking about it, here is your sign to try Remy risk-free. Go to shopremy.com/SAMCFIT and use code SAMCFIT to get up to 50% off your night guard at checkout. That's shopremy, REMI.com/SAMCFIT with code SAMCFIT for 50% off. Thank you, Remy, for sponsoring this episode. I know you've heard me talk about creatine before, and that's because it's been such a game changer for me. Training for marathons, high rocks, and now Ironman, I felt firsthand how much it helps with strength, recovery, steady energy, and even mental focus. Honestly, I cannot imagine my training without it. And here's the thing most women do not know. Our natural creatine stores are actually much lower than men's, like 70 to 80% lower. And that means it impacts not just muscle recovery, but also brain energy, focus, even mood. And no wonder so many of us feel like we're running on empty all the time. And that's why I'm using Puree Creatine Plus. It combines pure creatine monohydrate with taurine for daily support and strength, recovery, and cognitive health. Each scoop gives you 5 grams of creatine monohydrate and 400 milligrams of taurine. So you're fueling your muscles and your brain. Here's how I use it. I stir right into my post-workout shake in the mornings, sometimes with almond milk and a scoop of protein. It helps me recover after long runs, keeps me focused during the workday, and honestly, I just feel stronger and more consistent since I started taking it. And you guys know me, I care about what I put in my body. I like that Puree takes transparency seriously. Every single batch is third-party tested for over 200 contaminants and certified clean by the Clean Label Project. You can literally scan the QR code on the bottle and see your batch results right on your phone. That's a level of honesty I can actually trust. Puree checks all the boxes: purity, potency, and peace of mind. Feel the difference for yourself. Go to puree.com/SAMCFIT and use the code SAMCFIT at checkout for 20% off. And the code even works on their already discounted subscriptions, giving you almost a third off the regular price. Do not wait. Try Creatine Plus today. Clean, science-backed supplements that you can actually trust. Go to PUORI.com/SAMCFIT and use code SAMCFIT. How many times a week is too much to work out? I think that depends on the individual, I'll be honest, and kind of where they're at with their own fitness journey. I think that rest days are very important, though. I think that 1 to 2 rest days is probably a good amount. Right now, I'm currently doing about 1 to 2. Sometimes that changes week to week. But I think that if you're doing like full-on strength training, like lifting heavy weights to where you might feel sore the next day, and you're kind of on that schedule, I think allowing yourself 1 to 2 rest days to let your body fully recover is going to be very important. Recovery is so important. The older I get, the more I realize that. And what's very interesting is if you allow yourself to recover and take those rest days, you'll get back into the gym and realize like, wow, I feel stronger. Like I feel like I can give more energy, more power into my workouts because you've let your body rest. So I would say around 1 to 2. How do you make your community so great on social media? Well, thank you for saying that. I honestly take that as a big compliment. And when I think about my brand, like community is like the biggest thing to me. That's what's made it what it is today and why I honestly launched an entire podcast, because I want to connect with you guys so much. And I think engagement is the key to that. Like from the get-go of me launching social media, I have made sure to reply to almost all of as many comments as I can on my posts and my reels and just connect with you guys, my DMs. Like I love so much communicating with you guys and just hearing your stories. And it's crazy because so many of you all are like, oh, you're an inspiration, but I feel that way about you all. And just reading your stories and seeing the different walks of life so many of you are in is truly inspiring to me. And I love being able to connect with people. Like that's what life is about, is connecting with other people and learning from each other and finding that inspiration to be the best versions of ourselves. So that's really cool. And I will say, like, I love my community. You guys are so awesome. I get questions on like, do you have hate or people mean? And it's like, no, like I can think of maybe a handful of DMs or comments or messages that I've received that are hate. And I think it just goes to show like how great the community is. And that's all because of you guys. How do I add protein without being in a caloric surplus? So first I would say track, like use a app like MyFitnessPal to kind of see how many calories you're taking in per day. And then you could honestly have like either a fitness coach, myself, you could use a macro calculator, count your macros for you to kind of see where you're at, whether that's a deficit, a maintenance, or a surplus, just to make sure. If you're like for sure knowing that you're going over in a surplus and you're struggling, getting in that protein, I would say take away from fats. And the reason is because when we look at macros and the amount of calories per gram of each, so when you look at macros, you have protein, you have carbs, you have fats. So carbs and protein, they're both 4 calories for each gram. Fats are a little bit higher, so it's going to be higher calorie content for 1 gram. It's going to be 9 calories for 1 gram. So that's going to add up quickly versus protein or carbs. So if you feel like you're going over in a caloric surplus and you're still not hitting your protein, I would kind of look, again, if you're tracking, you can see MyFitnessPal, what foods you're eating, and I would take away on the fats. So I would maybe look at and see, okay, how much olive oil or butter are you using to cook your foods or putting on your foods? Avocado is a big one. So any of my clients that are struggling with this, I say, okay, are you eating avocado? How much? Like that's an easy one to kind of just take out for a little bit and play around with, or cut out or cut down and kind of see maybe where you're at. So I would definitely focus on removing some fats to build up that protein intake. Give us all of the skincare deets. Okay, so I don't think I've ever shared like A to Z what I'm using for skincare. So I'm going to walk through it really quick. So in the morning, I do a quick cleanse on my face with Clearstem's foaming cleanser. I love a foaming cleanser. I do not like the cream cleansers. I just feel like it cleans better. And then I do the color correcting pads by Complexion. I then use this serum. It's called Bounce Back by Clearstem, and then an SPF and some eye cream. For the eye cream, I use the Ole Henriksen. I think it's called Banana Bread Eye Cream, but I really like that. And then for night, I always do a double cleanse. I feel like that changed my skin when I started double cleansing. So I do the Melt Away, and I'll link all of this for you guys in the show notes, but I do the Melt Away cleanser by Complexion. It's like an oil base. It just like literally makes your eye and face makeup just melt off. I'll cleanse it. And then I use Golden Hour, which is a retinol like oil serum. I use that 3 times a week. And then I use Bounce Back serum in between, and then Hydro Glow by Clearstem on top. And sometimes if I feel like my skin is really dry, I love the Jet Lag cream by Summer Fridays. It's super moisturizing. But that's it. And I feel like the biggest thing with my skincare that I've noticed is when I'm consistent, that's when it's like skin's looking good. I never realized just how much quality sleep could change everything until we tried the Pod 5 from 8 Sleep. And this isn't just a mattress cover. Pod 5 is next level sleep tech that sits right on top of your existing bed and regulates your body temperature all night independently for each side. Ian and I both use it, and honestly, it's completely changed how we sleep. I wake up feeling rested, energized, and ready to tackle those workouts and our full days. I don't have those groggy mornings, no more tossing and turning in the middle of the night, which used to happen a lot. But the Pod 5 goes beyond temperature control. It tracks your sleep, your HRV, even breathing patterns, all without any wearables. And with the new blanket, the temperature regulation extends across your entire body. It's like having a little personal sleep coach, thermostat, and advanced tracker all working for you while you rest. And for me, the difference has been incredible. You guys, I'm sleeping more deeply, waking up feeling like myself again, and recovering faster for long runs and training sessions. And Ian has noticed it too. No more restless nights or mid-sleep wake-ups. It's completely changed how we approach sleep in our home. And if you're ready to feel rested, energized, and take your recovery seriously, you have to check out the Pod 5. Head to 8sleep.com/empower and use the code EMPWR to get $350 off your very own Pod 5 Ultra. You still get 30 days to try it at home and return it if you don't love it, but I'm confident you'll notice the difference from night one. Trust me, your body will thank you, your workouts will thank you, and your mornings will feel completely different. I don't know if any other parents feel this way, but getting my kids to eat healthy sometimes can feel like a daily battle. I mean, you're standing there in the kitchen, they're staring at a plate of broccoli, and you're just begging them to take one bite, just one bite. And they're giving you that look like you just asked them to eat a sock. And that's why I'm so glad I found Beam Kids All-in-One Super Powder, because now instead of negotiating over broccoli, I just mix up a scoop of their chocolate milk. And if you're new here, Beam Kids is 1 scoop a day of 40 plus essential ingredients, including greens, probiotics, prebiotics, fruits, and vitamins to fuel healthy growth. All into amazing flavors. Kids love chocolate milk and chocolate chip cookie. Our kids are definitely obsessed with the chocolate milk. And I can just say it's made our mornings so much easier. 1 scoop, 8 ounces of milk. You shake it, stir it, froth it, whatever works, and it's ready. Our kids actually look forward to it. And Beam Kids is now available online at shopbeam.com/SAMC. Because you're a listener to my show, you can take full advantage of their limited time pricing of up to 35% off, plus 2 free gifts when you use the code SAMC at checkout. That's SAMC. And this is a limited time discount, so you win and your order helps support No Kid Hungry's mission to ensure kids have healthy meals daily. That's shopbeam, BEAM.com/SAMC. And remember, by supporting Beam Kids, you're helping support No Kid Hungry. Go to shopbeam.com today. How do you handle mom guilt? Well, first, I want to say that it's normal to feel guilt every once in a while. That makes us humans. Like, that's the way we as women and moms are designed, because we are designed to give to our children. So to have moments of guilt, I completely understand it. And I'm not exactly sure, this listener who asked this, I'm assuming they're thinking like if they go work out or maybe they take some time for themselves. So just know, first, you're not alone, but you also have to ask yourself, like, is this serving me to be the best mom I can be, the best version of myself, the best wife? Like, we need to fill our cups as well. And it's going to make us better individuals because of it. So we have to kind of reframe our mindset from being like, oh, this is selfish, but more so like selfless, because we're fueling ourselves with intention to give to others. And also something that I do every once in a while is affirmations. I am such a big believer in affirmations. I do them with my kids. They have their own set. And then for myself, I have my own set. So I just wrote some down that I think I've said to myself. I think this could be helpful for any other mom that maybe are feeling this, but affirmations such as, I am creating a safe space for myself and for my children. My children are so loved by me. I need time to fill my cup up to be the best mom I can be. And I will trust my gut and God's intention for me. I am grateful for my children and my children are grateful for me. And it's like just speaking that to the universe, like that does something with energy and mindset. Bucket list or dream travel destinations. I want to go to a few places, but if I had to pick like 3, I want to go to Italy. I've never been to Italy. I feel like Rome specifically would be amazing. I want to go to Paris really badly. I feel like I wouldn't need a long time there, maybe like a day or 2, and then Greece. Greece, I've heard, is so beautiful, and I just want to experience it myself. Honestly, I could see myself like eloping or having like, I don't know, a wedding there too. It's just beautiful. How do you meal prep enough for Ian? My husband eats so much food and we go through protein so fast. Girl, I feel you so much, honestly. So I have the 3-2 meal prep rule. I have talked about it before on the podcast, but basically it's where you cook 2 of each of these, a protein, complex carb, and then a vegetable. Honestly, I just make Ian his own meal prep because if he was on, he would tell you the same thing. The man does not eat vegetables. Like, it kills me. He needs his fiber, but everything's great digestive wise. So I don't know. But I make him bulk meats, basically chicken, ground beef, and then like rice and sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, and just kind of make him his own separate, because if he ate off of me and the kids, it would be gone in a day. I mean, the guy eats like over 3,000 calories a day. Enough said. What tanning brands you use, or are you naturally super tan? So I will say I am Cherokee Indian. I do not burn. If I go out into the sun, it turns into a tan very quickly, which I'm very thankful for. However, I also do use some self-tanner. A couple that I like. So Get Into the Limelight, the self-tanner. I like that. That's like the type that you put on with a mitt and then you let it sit overnight and then wash off. But for daily use, so the brand, and this is like not sponsored at all, but Laylola, Lallola, they have this daily self-tanning lotion and I love it. I feel like it gives such a pretty color to it. It's like more purple tone than orange, if that makes sense. So it looks more natural. ADHD symptoms. How did you discover it? How did it make you feel? Medications, coping. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was a kid. Was on Ritalin, Adderall. That kind of turned into anxiety, some depression. Been on Wellbutrin in the past, Lexapro. So I feel like I've kind of been on all of it. And when I went off all medication about 5 years ago, I just started exploring with supplementing naturally. And I was really scared about it because I was like, okay, can I trust my body? Like, am I in tune with myself enough to be able to handle this? I did a lot of self-work, a lot of therapy, and just like checking in with myself. And then some of the supplements that I currently take that I know really helps is omega-3s, zinc, vitamin D, methylfolate, and magnesium. Like those are all musts for me. And I think for me, anytime that I feel, because I still struggle with ADHD symptoms, I notice it more when I'm eating like artificial ingredients or sugar or more processed foods. So when I stick to whole foods, I feel like I don't have as many symptoms. Would you consider yourself a minimalist? If so, how do you achieve that lifestyle? Yes, yes, yes. And tying into the last question, I think having ADHD, I have noticed that I thrive in a clean and organized environment. So I have taught myself to be this way. Everything is organized in my house. I have like no clutter for a reason because I can like think better and just like perform better. But I go through like specifically like my closet, I kind of turn over clothes, I turn over shoes. When it comes to like knickknacks and things, like I just don't collect it. I'm like, if I haven't used something in the past year or two, I'm donating it or throwing it away because I just feel like I just need a place to think. And the older I've gotten to, I'm more so about like quality over quantity. So like having good quality pairs of shoes and coats and jackets that I can kind of reuse. I do love my fashion. I love my Amazon and kind of keeping up with fun trends. But when it comes to like specifically like household products and things like that, like I keep it pretty minimal. Does Ian have his own playbook app for our husbands to train like your app? That would be awesome. He does not. But you know what? We were on a run a few weeks ago and I was like, babe, like, do you know how many guys want to look like you and perform like you? Like, you need to create an app too. So we've talked about it. I think that he would kill it because I know he gets a lot of like DMs and requests for that. And him being like a SEAL and just going through that training, like he's so good at what he does, especially when it's in the gym. Like I've learned so much from him. He's the one that taught me how to use a barbell. He has like the best technique and form out of anyone that I know when it comes to the gym. So he definitely needs to create something. I told him it would be cool if he created like a, train like a SEAL, like 6-week program or something like that. I don't know. I think he should totally do it. So now we're announcing it in public. So Ian, I hope you feel pressured in the best way possible. People are wanting it. Are you restocking your hats? So yes, I will be. The Empower hat that I've like worn for the past year. I've gotten so many requests from you guys asking to sell it. And I finally did. And they sold out in like, I don't know, 30 minutes. I was mind blown. But I have some like fun creative ideas for new merch. And y'all know I love hats. So definitely it's going to be some hats. But I thought it'd be fun to like maybe create some other stuff, whether it was like crop sweatshirts or tanks or whatever it may be. You guys have to let me know too, like what y'all want. Because again, I love you guys. I love my community and like giving back to y'all. But definitely expect a restock. I'll probably like revamp the hat a little bit, but yeah, we'll restock. All right. Well, these are always so much fun. I love seeing your questions. There's definitely some that trend. So it's fun to be able to like connect with you guys and answer them. I need to do this more often, just like little solo Q&As. But next time Ian will be back on with me. And I also love our little honesty hours, our own little Q&As. I know you guys love hearing from him as well. He's kind of like that unofficial co-host. He's definitely claimed that title. But a lot to look forward to this fall. I'm really excited about this fall, this winter, all the holiday things. Expect some really great guests coming on soon and some fun topics around holiday things. A lot to look forward to. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. It really helps us grow and bring you more great content. See you guys next week.